Welcome everybody, whoever's coming in early. If you're in the chat, let yourself be known. Doing a thank you for joining me for a sharpening session with some Work Tough Gear knives. This particular product is the Ken Onion edition from Workshop. Pretty much a godsend for me in terms of sharpening on all my big blades. This thing is utterly fantastic. This is the blade grind attachment, and I know I'm going to be mentioning it on throughout this live, but I did leave links on the description of this live video right now. If you look at the description, I left direct Amazon links to this product. Actually, the new product, the new one, the new version of this Ken Onion is out, and it's pretty damn nice. It's got a couple nice little features on it and stuff. So I left a link to that item there, but we're just dusting it off right now because that's what you want to do, is kind of dust off your unit before you start sharpening things up and stuff. So you can see on the side over here, that's actually the steel dust that was on here from last time. But you want to just kind of keep the wheels just kind of all dusted off and stuff like that, you know? So what we're going to do is we're going to sharpen up a couple of things. This particular knife is a couple Work Tough Gear knives that I actually did review on them already. This is the STEADFAST from Work Tough Gear. This was designed from Calvin Richardson. Absolutely fantastic knife. I love that beautiful upswept point. Nice orange liners, very, very comfortable, grippy handle, very sharp out of the box. Just a nice cutting profile. It's a saber grind with a micro convex edge, I believe is what it is. But this is still pretty sharp. I did all my cutting with it on the review and whatever I needed to do. It's got a 20-degree bevel pretty much on all these knives. So what I want to do is just basically just hone these up back into shape, and because I am going to be sending these knives out to Donnie B all day, and I want him to test out some Work Tough Gear knives, but I wanted to kind of hone these up to bring the blade back into shape. It's still sharp. I mean, it's still paper slicing sharp for the most part, but I want to get it kind of to that more newer level, because Donnie's like me. Donnie is kind of like me. He wants, I mean, this is good. This is serviceable. What I like when I send knives out to people, I want them to really get the idea or the feeling of having the knife kind of really, really sharp. So, so we're going to do the STEADFAST. We're going to do the Zeke Bonacho Little Evil, which is another phenomenal freaking knife. Love the hand. Look at the girth in that freaking handle. That's how you know you just, when you grip this handle, it's just ultra comfortable, man. Look at the how it swells. It swells in the middle. That's how you know you have a comfortable handle. I mean, this thing is just the type of knife that you just never want to let go of. It's that comfortable. So, and this is also pretty damn sharp. Probably the STEADFAST is a little sharper than that. And this amazingly is still sharp. This is the I did many cutting sessions with this knife. This is the Carnivore Gen 2 Carnivore from Work Tough Gear. Let's see if I can't make this bigger. I don't know if I can from this screen. Shit, I can't. All right. So this is the Carnivore Gen 2 from Work Tough Gear. Look at that handle. I mean, just talk about purchase and being able to hold the handle in different ways. I mean, if you got like freaking like Bigfoot, Sasquatch type of freaking hands, I mean, that's the type of handle it is here. But the good thing about that is you can set yourself back and kind of just use it for momentum for like swinging and stuff. And the fact that you have this nice finger choier here mean that look how high you could go up on the handle, and just to be able to do some nice fine work with this really generous finger choier here. So this is a really nice design from Eric Outer from Outer Limitless. Whoever's in the room, guys, let me know if you can hear me and see me okay as well. But yeah, this is going to be sharpened too. This is still a wickedly sharp edge. I mean, which is pretty amazing. The finish is actually purposely done. This is kind of like a grungy, I think it's an APOC finish or something like that. I forgot the actual name of it. Jungle Camo. I don't know. It's like kind of distressed type of finish that's made on purpose like this, which I like, because if you do cutting with it, you don't really see any surface scratches and stuff, which is good. So yeah, it's all these knives. This is the Work Tough gear. If you guys are coming into the room late, now this item, this Canyon Work Tough gear, and all of these knives, okay, from work, all these knives from Work Tough gear are a link in the description, and also a playlist is in the description for the reviews I did of them. But the Work Sharp, I meant to say, from Canyon Edition Work Sharp with the blade grind attachment and the belts. The description of the whole kit. The link to the description. I can't speak this live. The link to all of these items is in the description of this video if you're interested. It is a great item. If you own knives, you own swords, you own any big buoys, this is where you want to go. And you're going to see how basically awesome of a job it does. So now we want to go with the belt. It comes with a 5-belt system. Like I was saying before, these are not dull. These are still pretty sharp. I'm just shipping these out to a friend of mine to review. And I want him to get a feel for them, and I want to just bring them back to a honing edge. So what we're going to do is we're not going to go with the very aggressive belts. We're probably going to go with like a medium belt to start. And the medium belt, if I am not mistaken, is probably somewhere at around 1,000. I actually got to look at it because I really want to know what the medium belt is, because I forget. X22. Okay, medium belt is 1,000 grit. That's what we're going to go with. We're going to go with 1,000 grit to start it off. So here is your medium belt. This is the X22. This is 1,000 grit. That's all I'm going to do. I'm not looking to take a lot of metal off the blade. I just want to hone it up and just kind of bring the edge, you know, to a nice fine point, a convex fine point. And that's all we really need to do here with these knives, because they're all still pretty damn sharp. So the way you attach it, guys, you keep the spring in. See if I can't get a little closer so you get an idea. Hoping everybody's doing okay on this Sunday. Here's the spring. So we want to kind of just bring it around the wheels here. Bring it into the spring. Bring it into place so everything's tight. And what we want to do is we want to kind of, with this wheel, you want to kind of center it out. So you know how it's centered out on the wheel. Now also, before I did that, you see here, I went to a 20. You can set the angle to whatever you want from 10 all the way up to 35. So I centered it to around 20 here. So I know the angle of the belt is at around 20 degrees. So all you need to do is kind of balance it out here, which is your balancing beam, and it also give you 90 degrees, and boom, you move over. From here, move over, and you go side to side. So we're going to start up the sharpening, guys. I know there's some people in the room. Nobody's really commenting, but I guess you're just watching. If you have any questions, let me know. And I'm going to be able to look at it along the way. But hope you enjoyed the sharpening session. And again, links to all of these items is going to be in the description of this live right now. You can go to the description right now. You can see the direct link to this Canyon workshop with the blade grind attachment and the belts and all of these knives that I'm doing on the sharpening right now. Stone here, sharpening belts rather. The playlist is going to be on the description, as well as the names of these knives, what they are, and you can get them wherever Work Tough gear items are sold. All right. So let's get you guys positioned so you guys can see what I'm doing. Hold on. Hopefully that's a good shot. If you guys want me to get closer, I will. I just have to kind of, I need some room to kind of sharpen, you know. All right, so we're going to go with same amount of passes on each side, this side, okay, and this side here. I may have to move the camera a little bit. Sorry. Let's see if I can't get you a good angle. Hopefully you can see that there, guys. And that's it. Go with the sharpening tutorial right there. You want to kind of feel the if there's any lift, and you see I feel it actually ready. So I did about 8 passes here. I do the point a little bit more. Yeah. Then about 8 passes. Now we want to turn it around. We want to go with 8 passes on this side here. One more, going to make it 8. Okay. Okay. So since I have 3 knives to do, I'm actually going to go in order. So now I'm going to go with the little evil next, and we're going to use this one. I have to keep on changing the belts around. So we're going to go with the little evil. I'm going to do the same thing with all of them, same amount of passes, same belts. But this is the little evil. This is a little bit more of a challenge because you got a little bit of a curvature, so you got to kind of curve your hand a little bit here and there and stuff. But another great knife from Zeke Minacho, the little evil. I did a review on this on my channel as well. And welcome whoever is coming into the Steel Mindset. So after 8, we want to go in to see if we have any burr. And I do feel some burr, like a lift, kind of a lift of the blade. Because what happens is, as you sharpen, it brings the blade up, and then you have to bring it down on the other side when you switch it. And I do feel a lot of burr. Actually, it's good. And this is only a 1,000 grit belt, but I do feel it. I want to get on the point a little bit more. And there you go. So now we're going to switch to the side. Anybody have any questions? I'm looking at the phone, guys. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm glancing over at here and there. So now we're going to do the same amount of passes on this side. 2. This is 3. Seven. Okay, no burr on each side, so it was an even amount of passes. So you could feel the rough sharpness there, but as you go with the finer belts, that's when it's going to really get that really pin straight sharpness. So now after this, now we're going to go with this belt, and we're going to go with the Carnivore Gen 2 Merrick Outer. This is just a beast of a freaking knife. It really is. I love this knife. Look at the spine on this thing. That reinforced tip. Yeah, this thing is a beast and a half, man. Hope you all doing well. It was a pleasant Sunday. This is a little bit easier because it's straight and doesn't have the curve. And you just have to kind of lift the shoulder when you get to the point. You never move your wrist. Your wrist is straight. If you lift the shoulder, not the wrist. Lift the shoulder when you get to the point. This one's easy. That's 5. This is 6. So you notice what I do, guys. You keep it straight. Keep the wrist straight. Lift the shoulder, not the wrist, when you get to about the point. And never drag the point over because you're going to ruin the point. That was 7. Actually, I do feel I'm going to go with probably 2 more passes on this. Remind me I did 2 extra passes here. I'm going to go with an even 10. Yeah, I feel the burr. I needed that 2 extra passes on this knife to really get that burr coming in. So you know we could switch to the other side. Yeah, so now we're going to switch to this side here. We'll do 10, guys. 10 passes, this is 2, because we did 10 passes on the other side. But the other 2 knives, I did 8. That's all I needed. It's all about the feeling. If you feel like you don't get a burr at around 6, 8 passes, then you go up until you get the burr. This is 3. 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, we'll go with 9 and then 10. No burr here. Don't feel much of a burr here. You don't have to worry about if you feel a slight burr. It feels good. That feels really good. So now we're ready to go with the next belt, starting with the STEADFAST again. Try to get the belts a little finer. So now we're going to go with the 1000, and now we're going to go with the fine belt. I always forget the exact grits. The fine belt is which is the X4. The fine belt is around 3000 grit. So that's what we're going with next. Ooh, I didn't want to do that, but I want to dust this off. I'll do it next time. And start just keep yourself clean. You got to keep clean. Keep the workshop clean. Try to get all that metal dust in between belts off. Sweep it off to the side. You can see it's going to make a pile on the side over there. But you want to keep your wheels, keep the mechanism clean as much as you can. Just a little swipe dust off. Will go a long way so you don't have too much build up on the wheels and all the moving mechanisms and shit, you know? Okay. So we are looking for, this is the extra fine. There's my fine belt. That's the X65. Yeah, right here. Okay. So here is the fine belt. It's a very tangled fine belt. What happened to this thing? All right. So this is a 3000 grit fine belt. And only when you really get to like the really fine belts, you gotta center it out. Only when you get to the really fine belts is really when you're going to start seeing that insane, like fine, sharp edge that you're looking for. It's a little bit on the rough end right now. So now we're going to go back to the top. And we're going to go back to the STEADFAST on this belt. I'm going to go with, we're going to try about 8 passes. I think that should be enough. You can see how the edge is gleaming already, but it's going to get even better when we go with the fine belt. Now, you can leave a comment if you want. If anybody wants to leave a comment or whatever it is. Do I have a guess? Hold on. Oh, that's not a guess. Hope you guys are all doing well. Thank you for joining me on the Steel Mindset on the sharpening session. This is currently a 3000 grit belt from the Ken Onion Workshop edition, the Workshop Ken Onion edition, rather. With the additional 2 blade grind attachment. Links to all of this stuff is in the description. This is 3. 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 'You're not going to feel much of a grit with these fine belts when you start getting to 3000s, but you know basically you're just fine cleaning it up. So I would say I'm going to probably do about 9 passes just to play it safe. All right, so you did 9 on that side. I'm going to do 9 on this side. Excellent. It's a painstaking process, guys. A lot of patience, very time consuming, but it's very satisfying. Satisfying to the soul, satisfying to the mind, and satisfying when you have a fucking crazy sharp edge. So that's a steadfast. So now we're going to go with the little evil. Okay. Also with this 3000 grit. I'm going to try to move a little bit faster now. Seven. If you guys have any questions, you can let me know, guys. I'm looking at the chat here and there if you have any questions. Is 8. I'm going to go with 10 with this one. 9. That's 10. Go to the other side. This is 5. I'm going to go with 10 passes. Hope everybody's doing well. Thank you for joining me. This is 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Feels good. And this is not even the 6,000 grit. This is the 3,000 grit, and that feels damn fine. All right, so now we're going to go with the. We're going to do a sharpening test when we're finished, but they're feeling really good. So now this is the carnivore. Now we're going to go with the 3,000 grit on the carnivore as well. This one's a little easier because again, this is just a quick. This is straight, whereas the curved blade, you got to kind of angle yourself a little bit because of the recurve. This was simple because it's straight and it's quick. This is just a little bit longer, but it'll be a lot quicker because it's a straight edge. And you have a really, really generous sharpening tool there, so you don't have to struggle with it right there. Boom. Lift the shoulder, keep the wrist straight. Okay, this is simple. It's nice. Three. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. We'll go with 9. Done on this side. Yeah, these things are going to get crazy sharp. Trying to get my camera in position and myself in position to sharpen. It's a challenge. This is 3, I believe. 4. 5. 6. Man, the chat is quiet. I've been on for about 40 minutes almost, and I haven't heard a peep from anybody. It's all good. You guys just want to watch, it's good too. This is 6. 7. 8, 9. That's 9. Whew. Okay. Yeah, that's 9 passes. It's feeling pretty damn good. All right. 9 passes. It's actually, I want to do this before I dust off the belt a little bit. Get any of that steel dust off the belt. I'm not taking a lot of metal off with these belts, so there's not going to be a lot of steel dust residue, like with the coarser belts where you're really taking a lot of metal off. But still, you got a nice fine dust. You can see a little bit of a fine dust there. You know, you got to keep yourself clean. Always keep your work sharp, clean as much as you possibly can. So this way you don't get that much buildup. All right, so now we're going to go with the super fine belt, and this is at around 6,000 grit. And that's the belt that's really going to bring that razor blade freaking sharpness onto your knives. So that's why it's important to go through all 5 belts. Go with the there's 3 coarser belts. There's the really coarse one at 240 or less, probably less than 240. Then there's the X65. Actually, let me tell you exactly what you have on the belts. Hold on. You guys, the extra coarse belt, which is, what is the extra coarse belt? I think it's around, now I gotta know. Hold on. I always forget. I think it's somewhere like 180 or something like that. It's really, really coarse, but very rarely do I have to go with the extra coarse belt. I usually go with the X65, which is around 220. This is like 180. So I usually go with the 220. Extra coarse is only when you got damaged blade. You never really need to go with that really coarse one. But you go with a 220, then you go with 1,000, then you go 3,000, you go to 6,000. That's pretty much my formula. Take a sip of water. Hope everybody's doing well on this Sunday, wherever you are. Okay. So let's get this belt on here. 6,000 grits to kind of finish up these knives. And not bad. I mean, I've been live for about 40 minutes. I'm already almost finished with 3 knives, holding them up. 3 knives with 3 belts. That's centered. All right. All right, so now we're going to go with the STEADFAST from Work Tough Gear. These are all Work Tough Gear knives I'm doing right now. And this is very, very smooth. This is no friction here. It's just really like just taking any of the grits off too, and just smoothing out that edge and get that razor blade, fine, polished, fine edge on there. There's 4. Five, 6, 7, and 8. Switch it to the other side. Same amount of 8 passes here. Four, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yeah, that feels pretty nice. Terrible slice. It's not really good paper, but let's see. Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty damn good. So now we're gonna go with the little evil also, and finish up with that 6,000 grit. Seven, 8. I'm gonna do 9 on this since I did 9 on all the other belts. Keep it even. I'm doing 9. I don't really have an answer as far as how many passes. I think I just go by the feeling. There's never really a rule. Just you feel the burr, and that's when you switch over, and that's how I know. But I usually stick to about 6 to 9 or 10. 6 to 10. So mess with the angle. There you go. This is about 6. 7. Eight, and 9. Okay, edge is glowing pretty nicely. Seems like it's pretty sharp. I'll go back to testing that after. All right, so this is the, thank you for joining me in the room here. This is the Carnivore with a 6,000 grit, 10 onion, workshop edition. All links to all these products and these knives in the description, in the playlist. Did a review on all of them. This is the Gen 2 Carnivore from Eric Outer, Work Tough Gear. Outer Limitless is also his YouTube page, and this is an excellent beast of a freaking knife. Look at that spine, that reinforced tip. This is a wonderful, wonderful freaking knife. I think it's such a pleasure. So a 9. You also got to watch out, guys. You don't heat up the blade too much. These are very fine belts. When you go with the extra quartz belts, give it a break, or maybe get like a piece of paper and wet the blade a little bit to cool off the blade, because you don't want to get it too hot and ruin the heat temper. Two, we're going to go with 9. Two. 5. Hold on, be right back. So 6. No comments. Huh, guys? That's weird. I don't know if the comments are not coming through. This is 7. And nobody has, everybody's just watching, and you don't have any questions or anything to say. This is 8. 9. Right here. I'm hoping the comments work, but I'm not seeing anything in the chat. All right, we're going to go to this side, and we're going to go also with 9. Okay, did both sides already. That's the even track. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see how this edge is here. Yeah, for a big knife, I mean, that's a nice edge. It's not a good piece of paper. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Let's try the Little Evil. I didn't test that out yet. Not too shabby. Point is good too. All right, looking good. So now what you want to do is you want to kind of clean up your knives. Because what I'm also going to do is I'm going to take some alcohol. Alcohol is my way of cleaning all my blades all the time. And you want to polish them up, take any metal filings or anything that's on there and clean them all up before you do any polishing of the blades at all. That's really, really important. Dust off the machine. Always dust off the machine. You know, as much of fighting any residue buildup, the more you can do, the better. So just take the extra couple of seconds, extra minute, and just dust everything off before you put the belts away, because you do not want any buildup on the machine. Clean up the logo, make sure everything looks good. Just just get through all the crust. Get one of these like little camel hair brushes and stuff, and just use it. It's actually like this is actually a photo brush to clean like lenses and stuff. So something, you know, ultra soft, just to clean it off. It doesn't have to be ultra soft. I mean, it's not a delicate thing, but that just happens to be what I have at hand, and it works. It works. Why not be gentle? All right. So Workshop did a pretty good job. Let's take that extra fine belt off. Move this to the side for a second. See all the metal filings in the corner over there? So now what you want to do is get your alcohol. What I do is usually try to get this a little higher. Oh, there I am. All right. So what you want to do is I usually take a spray bottle. I put alcohol in a spray bottle here. That's the best way to do it. Take your knife. I'm going to actually spray from outside of the camera because I don't want to get on the box. All right. So you see there's alcohol on here. And just very carefully, because it's sharp, obviously, and just wipe it off. You know, get any of the black residue that's still on there. Just get it right off. Because I'm actually going to polish these up too before I send them over to Donnie, another reviewer, for to check them out. I'm going to polish them. I don't know if you guys want to see that as well. Make it longer. But I'm going to polish these off. But this blade looks super fine, man. What's up, Armando? How you doing? This is the Little Evil from Merc Tough Gear. Links to all these knives are in the description. But that looks pretty damn good. I'm going to polish this up to take off any of the surface scratches and stuff. But yeah, this is a hell of a knife. Look at that pommel there. You know what you could do with that pommel. So polish that up. Then we got the STEADFAST that also just got sharpened. Just want to spray it. I don't really want to get the box wet, but it's only alcohol. And just very carefully squeeze and get any of the black residue that's on the knife off. Yeah, they're all full tanks. Yeah, see? They're all completely full tanks. That's looking fine. This one doesn't really need that much polish work, so it looks pretty damn good still. But yeah, this is a complete full tank. That's the only way Work Tough Gear does it, man. These things are solid. These are lifetime knives, man. These will last you a lifetime. And then you got the Carnivore Gen 2 Carnivore, also beautiful full tank. Hell of a knife as well. This thing is like, I don't know, it's probably like 12 inches, 13 inches total. Just clean this off. Okay, and that the blade finish is on purpose. It's like kind of like an APOC or toxic finish. It's done on purpose like that to make it look like that. to give it that that really worn apocalypse type of finish, which is really cool. I like it actually, especially because you can't see the scratches, and these don't need to be polished. You never need to polish up these knives because that's just how the finish is. What I might do is actually run this on a belt. I want to run it again on the extra fine. I'm going to do it a couple passes on the extra fine just to even it out because I think I lost count on one of them. Probably do that now, and then I'm going to polish them up. If you guys want to see me polish them up, I could. But we've been on live for a little while, but we're going to basically try to put this back on here. I want to do like 5 passes on each side just to get the this belt working right with this particular knife. Yeah, probably 5. And do 5 on this side so it's even. Call it OCD, call it whatever you want. I just wanted to make sure that was even. I just felt like kind of lost count on the belts a little bit. It's beautiful. Freaking beautiful. Nice. Yeah, he's gonna like this edge. Definitely gonna like this edge. Gorgeous. Okay. So knives are officially sharpened. Not bad timing. I mean, it's an hour live, but I was also stopping and going and talking a lot. But I could probably gotten all these 3 knives done in probably around 45 minutes, I would say. So not too bad. 3 knives, 45 minutes, honing them up, getting them to like a razor sharpness level. Not too shabby at all. These belts work pretty damn fast. Now, if you guys want, you can see me polish them. You let me know if you guys want to hang out, and I'll polish up these knives. I'll get this box out of the way, and I'll show you how I polish them up and get them ready for another reviewer. You know, just get this box out of the way. This is a handy box to use. You get one of these because if you're doing things indoors, it doesn't, you don't get that steel dust all over the place. So if you can devise like a box like this, it'll come in really handy. I'm sorry it's in front of the camera. Just trying to close it up the right way. There we go. Close that up and dust this off after. So now what we want to do is we want to get some paper here. So we don't get the polishing paste all over the table and stuff. All right, so what we want to do is we want to polish up this one, and this one. I'm going to try to get the camera in a better position here, if I can. Hope you guys are all doing well. So here is the here are the two knives. Let me get the polishing agent. And thank you guys for sticking with me through all this. Whoever's been with me from the beginning of the live. All right, here is the Mother's Mag, an aluminum polish. I just happen to love this. There's a lot of them on the market. It just really works. It just works really, really well. Now, I usually use a toothbrush, which if I can find it somewhere else, there's a toothbrush that I use just to polish it up. Where is it? This is metal polish. All right, here we go. So here is a particular toothbrush that I keep on using over and over again. So here's the Mother's Mag. All right, so we're going to go with the STEADFAST first. I'm going to try to get it a little higher. All right, so we take the Mother's Mag, just dap it in a little bit. That's actually too much. That's actually way too much. All right. And you want to keep away from the edge because you don't want to take any metal off the point. And just basically just brush it. It's almost like you're painting, you know. Make sure you get the spine. Don't forget to get the spine. And do the same thing on this side. I think I got enough where I can do both sides, I think. A little bit more. Okay, so that's all brushed on over there. Let this sit for a little bit. Turn that light a little bit more. There we go. All right, so here is the little evil. Much more surface area on this knife here. And this has a lot of grooves and stuff with the fuller. Really nice fuller on this thing. And as much as you can, just keep it away from the point, the edge. And just brush that in. Not everybody uses a brush. That's how I do it. And this just kind of get as much of the surface area brushed in. I mean, you're going to use a napkin also to rub it in, but you want to brush it in as much as you can. You can see even that it's getting darker because it's taking metal off and stuff. And just brush that all on there. Just like kind of like you're painting it on there or something like that, you know? All right, so we're going to let this sit for a little bit. Now we're going to take some cleaning cloths. I usually try to find these like towelettes type of thing. They're soft, but also very thick. So we're going to go back with the STEADFAST, and we're going to basically just go here and just rub it in. Be very careful, guys, because you are dealing with a sharp knife, and just bring it up, away, up and away. Now look at the black. That's metal. That's metal that's coming off the blade. You polish, your blade is polished by taking metal off the blade. That's how it works. That's how the blade is polished. Very little metal, but it does definitely takes a very microscopic type of metal off the blade. But you can see how polished it's looking already. Looks quite beautiful, actually. And it's taking some scratches, any surface scratches that was on there. And I like to be able to give the knife to another reviewer sharpened and polished up. So it looks lovely. Looks like it's, you know, kind of like it's brand new. Okay, we're going to do another pass with the alcohol, but that looks mighty fine. It almost looks like an absolute brand new blade. Okay, so we're going to put this aside for now. And I'm going to try to see if I can use this napkin a little bit more. Try to use what you got as much as you can. And just basically rub the metal polish into the blade and pull it all the way up and away. Okay, we're gonna have to probably use it. Look at that black, how much black is on there. Take a clean one, same thing, just get the base and just brush it in and just keep on looking at it and see how it's getting less and less the more and more you do it. And really also get into the groove, like the fullers. It's going to help when you use the alcohol to really to get in there a little bit more. But you can see how it's getting nice and polished. Just be very careful when you do this, guys. I don't want anybody cutting anything off. Again, if you guys are joining me now, I did a whole sharpening session with the workshop from Ken Onion. Left links to everything on the description of everything I use. I left links to these knives, including the link to the playlist that I have these knives on, because I did reviews on everything. Okay, rub that in. And it looks pretty damn fine. Yeah, that looks good. So now what we want to do is we want to get another cleaning cloth. Use about 3 cleaning cloths, and you want to get the spray bottle with the alcohol again. And really spray. I'm going to do this off camera. I'm going to spray the blade, saturate it with alcohol, and that's how you really get all of the burr and all the metal polish off. Now, if you look at it, you can still see black. See how you didn't have black on the last, but when you get the alcohol in there, it's like finding black. It's finding metal shavings on there that you didn't even know were there. So alcohol is just amazing for cleaning blades. You can see it's black still. Probably going to spray it one more time. You want to make sure all the metal dust is off of there. You don't want it to sit. Okay, now you see, clean. See that? Clean. Completely clean. When you see that the napkin doesn't really have, there's a little black over here, right by the base, by the G10. And really don't feel afraid to get the napkin on the blade, on the edge. Just don't cut yourself. Careful. Absolutely beautiful. I don't know if you could see it, but it looks great. What's my EDC? I don't know. My EDC changes all the time, Dennis. This is STEADFAST Work Tough Gear. My EDC right now. What's my EDC right now? My Recon 1 from Cold Steel is my, I did a short on it today. That's my, that is my EDC right now. But for now, it's these 3 blades. So that looks great. Now we're going to take the Little Evil from, also from Work Tough Gear. We're going to spray this up with alcohol. Try to use the same napkin and really rub that alcohol right in, especially the fuller. You're going to get the fuller too. Okay, you see the black that's on there. See that? You have to probably use another napkin for this one. Make sure you'll get the spine as well and the point. Yeah, this is looking fine. Actually, you need 3 napkins. We're going to spray bottle. Spray this one more time. Okay, and the idea is, guys, to make sure there's no black. See, that's a very fine gray, but you want to make sure there's no black on the blade, which is the metal dust, shaving dust after you did your sharpening, or after you, I'm sorry, after you polish it up and did your sharpening, because I did sharpening too. within this live if you want to backtrack. But this is looking beautiful. Look at that. Metal polish does such a great job. All the surface scratches from doing my review. Now I'm going to give this to another reviewer, kind of almost looking like brand new, because that's, you know, that's what I like to do. I don't want to give people like scratched up, freaking non-sharpened, non-sharp blades. You want to make sure you give them good stuff. You got to be courteous to your fellow YouTubers. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I like it. Not absolutely perfect. I could probably run it a little bit more, but it's fine. It's fine. Listen, these knives are made to be used, man. These knives are not made to look pretty. They're made to be used. Whiskey or vodka? Depends what mood I'm in. I like both, but it depends what mood I'm in. I like vodka at certain times and certain mixtures with certain juices or whatever. And I like whiskey straight, certain whiskeys at certain times. So I do like both. So I don't know if I really have a preference. If I ever could tell you what's my favorite or preference. Depends on what mood I'm in. I'm not really a big drinker either, so it's not like I have like an alcohol. I say, oh, you know, this is my liquor. I'm not really a big drinker, so only like on occasion, social type of thing, holidays, New Year's, things like that. Yeah, this looks good. Both of these look, they came out really, really nice. Very, very sharp. It's probably damp. Very, very sharp. You could hear it. You know, you hear the sound of it. You know, it's very, very, very sharp. What's up, Gargoyles Blade? What's up, Alex? How you doing, buddy? It's long live, about an hour and 15 minutes I've been on. I did a complete sharpening session of all three of these blades. Got them to really nice razor sharpness. I did a polishing job with the polishing agent there. And I may actually probably work on another blade off camera. Let me show you my other blade I just got from Tops, which is pretty damn amazing ass beast. I don't know if you could even get it on camera, but this is the Tops Lilith. This is actually called the Lilith. See the name there? Look at that freaking, the guard with the ring there. I mean, this is just a beast of a freaking knife. I was splitting logs with this thing. This thing is wild, but I'm going to probably, this was used. Still pretty sharp. I may actually just hone this up a little bit before I do an actual review. This was made by a knife thrower, but this is just, I mean, this is just really something else. I have a lot to say about this knife. There's a lot of perks in this. I really love the way they designed this thing. It's a really strong knife, but that's going to be a knife that I'm going to be probably doing off camera before I do a review on it. But that's it, guys. So it's been a long live. Thanks for sticking with me, guys. This is the Work Tough Gear knives. Okay, this is the Little Evil, fully sharpened up, ready to go to Donnie B all day. Sharpened up nice, polished up beautifully. This is the STEADFAST. Also from Work Tough Gear, sharpened up to a razor honing edge, like new. Orange liners, full tang, beautiful knife. Nice swept up curve. And that's ready to go. And then this is also the Carnivore, the meat polishing, because it's got like a grungy APOC finish, but it did get sharpened. You can see how the edge is glowing really nicely. I don't know if you can see in the light, but this is ready to go. And this is also going to Donnie. So 3 knives going to Donnie, sharpen them up, polish them up. He's going to be really happy getting these out of the box. And again, Cold Steel Recon 1 is my go-to EDC for the live. So thanks for joining me, guys. Much appreciated. Have a good day, and I'll see you on this when I see you in the next video. Have a good one, guys. Ciao. Thanks, Alex.